Okay, so welcome to Team Never Give Up, Everyone Matters, May 3rd team call. Tonight we're going to talk about social media posting. But before we do that, I want to get started on talking about the May specials so that everybody is clear about that. This month is Size Challenge Pack for $140. You can get the Size with the 3-day refresh, which they call that the Size Kickstart, for $180. Max 30 is $140, and then you can get the Max 30 with the 3-day refresh for $180. Also keep in mind, we always have Body Beast, Slim and Six, Hip Hop Abs. I think BOD is all at $140. So we always have those ones that are also always on special or a lower price. If you hit Success Club 5 in the month of May, you have the opportunity to get a free webinar with Brian Tracy. I think he talked at Summit a couple years ago. He's a really good speaker, so shoot for that. Success Club points. If you earn Success Club points in May and you're going to Summit, those points can get you into exclusive parties. I think there's an 80s party and then a leadership ladder reception. And then there's also, if you are the top Success Club earner in May, you get, and there's 2 categories for Summit. You get to go to the Size dance party. Sean T is actually coming to Summit now. He wasn't, but now he is. So those are the things for Summit. And if you hit Success Club 10 or higher, you move up the ladder to register earlier for the Success Club trip of 2018. When it comes time to register, and get on there and register, because earning Success Club is going to build your business, and those Success Club trips really give you the push, and they're a really cool opportunity to experience as a Beachbody coach. So our calendar for May, Lisa posted a calendar. May 9th, we're opening up a 5-day sneak peek. It's called One Size Fits All, and we're going to talk about meal planning and prepping, workouts, Shakeology, kind of like we're showcasing what we do as coaches, along with showcasing the 2 programs that are on sale this month. And it's a way to, at the end of the 5 days, say, hey, you just experienced 5 days of what a Beachbody coach does. You participated, you worked out, you learned about meal prepping, we showed you how to do this and that. And so it's kind of like an opening to ask them to be a part of your team. It's something new we're going to try. I am excited about it, but that runs May 9th through the 13th. Then on Wednesday, May 11th, I'm going to open up a coaching opportunity event page. And it'll be a public page. And I have set up postings every day from May 11th to May 17th. And we're going to showcase live workouts. I don't have my notes. Meal planning, Shakeology, questions and hesitations. Like, it doesn't take time to be a Beachbody coach. My 3 biggest fears were time. I don't have friends. I'm not a salesperson. So we're going to touch for those 9 days of what everybody's hesitation is. And then we'll roll those people into a 2-day private event page or a private event group on Wednesday, May 18th and 19th. And we'll use those scripts that we did for the 1-hour live coach opportunity night. We're going to use those scripts over the 2 days, so that the idea is when you have an event page and you invite someone and then they're interested in going, then it shows up on somebody else's page and they might check it out. So the goal is to invite people, 5 people a day to this event for over 9 days. So if you do 5 times 9 days, that's 45 people that you can invite to this page. And when they click interested or going, that's kind of like your little key, like, okay, well, they're obviously curious about it. So then I'm going to private message them and chat with them. And so it's a way to kind of see who's out there that's watching, that kind of wants to learn more. And it's a way to showcase yourself. I have a format laid out so you guys can participate and join in the group. We're going to have a transformation day. We're going to have talking about Shakeology, just, hesitations of what people are worried about, why they think coaching takes a long time, or they have to have a lot of money or product or overhead. And so we're going to touch bases with that. And then when that coaching opportunity is over on the 19th, I want to go into doing a 10-day private group. And it's going to be weights versus cardio. And so for 10 days, and you guys are welcome to join in. I'm going to showcase, and I need other people to showcase. So I'm going to showcase maybe hammer and chisel or body beast or the weight end. And then I need somebody else to showcase the cardio end. And for 10 days, it's a 10-day group. It's free. We're going to talk about, lifting weights and our competition. And we did a contest a year ago. It was called the Little Black Dress. And people that already had a challenge pack that are our previous customers, they would pay an entry fee to get into the challenge group, the contest. And then the people in May that order a challenge pack, because you're going to have 10 days to kind of build up your challenge pack sales, they get in the group for free. And then when we kick off the challenge on June 1st, then we have, it's like a contest. So the money that people paid in, and usually a coach, if she has like 5 challenge packs, she would put in $10 a piece. So we get the pot bigger. And then we had like a point system if they worked out and did a sweaty selfie, or they shared a recipe, or they did their measurements, and so we have like this requirement that they have to earn points, and the higher point earner, or the one that lost the most weight, which I haven't got all the details down because, like I said, I just kind of came across this last night. They'll win a pot of money. And we had 3 first place, second place, and third place prize pot for that group. But it's a way, with Max 30 coming out, that's a perfect cardio T25. And then, you have hammer and chisel. It's only $160 and it's well worth the $160. So that is going to kick off on May 23rd. It'll go for 10 days. And on the 10th day, I'll open the challenge group page, and the people that have committed will go into that challenge group, and we'll support them and have a contest. Does that sound fun? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's get going on today's topic of social media. Lisa has a wonderful slideshow. So we're going to talk about social media today and how to do some great postings and creating it as a lifestyle. So the one thing I've really focused on in the last 4.5 years is what I post is a story of my life. I don't always post, that me and my husband are fighting, or that, negative things. It's when I post, it's to inspire people or to showcase my life and how I've managed to involve fitness into a busy lifestyle. So the first thing we want to, as a coach, we should be posting workouts. And everybody kind of does their workouts differently, but we always want to make sure that we are in the picture. Either you can be doing the move, you can be having the program in the back and you pointing to it. You can have, the weights with your feet, or, you want to be a part of it, because what we need to remember is they are not really necessarily buying the program. They're buying what we have to offer. We talk about struggles, we talk about our mood and how we overcome that, so that they can relate to, okay, if I did hammer and chisel, will Christina be there? Will she understand, how it is to lift 8 pounds with a bad back? Or will Kristen understand that I have 3 kids running around underneath me? How will I be able to put in a 30-minute workout? So when we're making these posts of working out, we want to make sure that we are doing it in a relatable fashion so that they understand and they can relate to it. So always include like how you, I'm sorry, reading my notes here. So you want to make sure when you post that it's not necessarily about I did this and I did this and I feel like this and I'm amazing and I just rocked out 30 minutes of hammer and chisel. You want to make it about them. Like you can talk about yourself, but you have to also say, you can do this. You are more than capable of doing this. You know, I started out with 8-pound weights and now I've done 15 pounds and there's no reason why you can't do this as well. So you have to sort of turn it around to them. So when I've gone to making my posts, I used to like fear posting because I didn't want to, I thought about, okay, I have like 500 friends on Facebook. I'm so scared to put myself out there to 500 people. But when I took myself back and said, okay, I'm going to post to that one mom out there that's struggling with depression, or I'm going to post to that one lady out there that wants to be a stay-at-home mom, but she can't because she has to go to her job. It made it easier to post because I was posting to that one person. Whatever your niche is, when you go to post, think about that one person, and it makes it so much easier. So I'm going to talk about some examples here. Oh gosh, hold on.
Oh, it's my little.
Yes. So this isn't actually a perfect post because Alyssa is talking about how her life is a circus. Like her kids are in between her, they're throwing things, they're climbing on her, they're going bananas, but she's still managing to make time to do the 30 minutes. She's kind of involving them. But people can relate because they have little kids, and that's like the number one excuse that they can't do it because they have kids. And she just took that excuse right away out of the ballpark because she just showed that she could do it with children. She also mentioned that she's doing the 22-minute workout. So she didn't product vomit, but people are going to think, well, what is that 22-minute workout? Because I could totally do 22 minutes. I have little kids and dogs. So that is planting a seed for people to watch her for her next post. What's going to happen on her next post? So it's a perfect example. I don't know why I didn't think about it. I don't have a dog. I have a turtle. But anyways, so the next one is Lindsay, and she's talking about her struggles. And even though it's kind of a little bit of a, kind of a Debbie Downer post, she still puts a spin on it and how she's going to get off the struggle bus, and she's looking for people to join her and to start and to get going again. And she has a call to action. Does anyone want to exit the bus with me tomorrow? So she's reaching out to people. She's talking about struggling, that she struggles herself. And so that's more of like she's doing feelings with her postings. And so it's not necessarily a workout post, but she is struggling with her fitness, motivation, and overall energy. So these are great posts of how to take a struggle and turn it around, and how to take an excuse and put a positive twist on it. Okay, so Shakeology. Oh, Shakeology. Okay, so when you post about your Shakeology, you want to post a purpose with it. Just holding out a picture of your Shakeology with your hand in a cup, people aren't going to relate to that cup or that chocolate, or they're not even really going to care that it has 70 superfoods and it has keto seeds and flax seeds and what I don't even know half the crap that's in Shakeology, but I know what it does for me and how I feel when I drink it. And so when you go to make your post about Shakeology, think about the feeling behind it, why you drink it, what you love about it, and how it's helped you. Energy, it helps with your energy. People want to know, well, when do you drink it? Well, I drink it in the morning, or I drink it after my workouts. In the summertime, I drink it late at night when the family's barbecuing and they're going to have steak, and it's 9 o'clock at night and I know that's too heavy. So I will have Shakeology. I talk about having it on the go and how easy it is. And so here's some examples of some posts. Okay, so this was Crystal Klein's, and it was a perfect post. She talked about how it's her healthiest meal of the day. She looks forward to it each month. She doesn't have to worry about having to order it. It just comes to her door. Um, she doesn't it's about feeling and what she loves about it. Yes, she did mention all the stuff, superfoods and essential vitamins. But she also talked about how it's helping her with lowering her cholesterol and fighting food cravings. So that was a great post, talking about going to the post office and how it's going to help her feel and how excited she is about it. So that was a perfect post. The second one is Bonnie Engel. Now, she has Shakeology and she has a smile. She's talking about how she's trying to rid sniffles. And she's talking about it on the go and what her body needs. And so those are two different ways to showcase Shakeology. Both are perfect. Just make sure when you post all the time about Shakeology that you're not saying about all the superfoods, because they're more interested in what it's going to do for them than what's actually in it, if that makes any sense. Transformation posts. This is the piece that you get to share your journey and you get to showcase what you've overcome. And the most important part is you are talking about where you started, which is A, and getting to point C. And in between where the B is where your journey is, where your struggles are, where, you're heartfelt and you're real and you're talking about how you overcome your struggles. And transformations are very raw and real. Most of the time when I have some really good posts, I'm crying when I make them because I know the journey it takes to get where I was and where I'm going and where I've been. And those are the ones that people relate to the most. Because a lot of people, when you have your transformation and you have, rock hard arms, or you're 35 pounds lighter, people that have joined you now don't really realize where you started from. So sharing your transformation one time a week, midway through your program, once a month, that's going to capture your audience of the new people that you're adding because they don't see where you came from. And so that was a real hard thing for me because my upline told me to post, my Starter Diamond upline told me to post once a month about your transformation. And I was having family members tell me, well, we're tired of hearing about your back. But I had to take it back and say, and think to myself, well, it's not about them. It's about the people that I'm trying to reach, that I'm going to change their lives because they're not going to give up when it hurts, and they're going to see, okay, I can totally relate to her because she was where I was 3 years ago. So it's really important to share your transformation. And it can be little transformations. It could be, if you're just starting out, it could be how you started with 8-pound weights and now you've just finished hammer and chisel and you're lifting 20-pound weights. It could be that when in the beginning you could only do 5 pull-ups and now you can do 10 pull-ups. I mean, it can be different transformations like that as well. You can even do financial transformations, but the piece of this is that you're sharing your journey along the way and knowing that you're going to always be adding people to your social media. So you need to continue sharing your journey and your transformation in different ways, different times of your journey. So here's some examples. So for instance, this is Jessica, our Star Diamond upline. And this was just 2 pictures. When I looked at it, I don't see a transformation as in weight loss or she's still beautiful on the right that she is on the left, but she talks about how she was unhealthy. She lived on soda and candy and caffeine, and now she's, stress-free. She's the girl that is rocking it out, living her life by design. She's 2 different people, but she says she looks different, but I don't think so. But this was more about finding her purpose in life and the journey that she took to get there. So that, even though that wasn't a weight loss, it's still a journey of sharing her journey as she progressed as a coach. This one is from Raina Odell, and this is talking about one of her challengers that lost 23 pounds, 5 pant sizes. She talks about the 21-day fix, so she sprinkles in a little bit of the product. And then she kind of does a call to action at the end about if you're stuck and ready to make a change and want to help you. And she drops her email. The reason why, if you've seen a lot of top coaches do email collections instead of messaging me or comment below, it's because they are collecting emails for challenge groups or for newsletters or for because they say that when you collect emails, like Facebook could be gone tomorrow and all your contacts would be gone. But if you have a list of emails, you can email those people and connect through email and put them into different groups or add them to your, send them a link to your, website or Instagram or whatever. So they're saying to collect emails is a new thing to do. I don't know about that because I'm an avid Facebook person, but I have been starting to collect emails. Coaching posts. This is where everybody is really withdrawn about coaching. Like they're so afraid that they're going to offend somebody or they're not going to post something right or they're going to sound salesy. But if you think about why you became a coach, what you're excited about, what it's done for you, you can kind of turn it around as it's an opportunity to save them money. That's like the number one thing. When I signed up as a coach, I offered everybody a discount membership, meaning they got the Shakeology at discount. They're going to save $15. They can get 25% off of everything. Everybody should save on Shakeology. And I had that mindset that, you didn't have to coach, you didn't have to help anybody, but you could help yourself by saving $15 a month on your Shakeology. How you incorporate it into your life. And okay, so when you're posting about Shakeology, or about coaching, you want to kind of sprinkle in or breadcrumb what you're doing as a coach to show people that it's not hard. So let's go to the examples real quick before I go down to the second bullet point. So this one, believe it or not, Audrey, was a perfect coaching post, even though you didn't know that you were doing that, because what you mentioned is that you struggle, that there's perks of being a Beachbody coach. And you talked about all the new workout programs that you got to, click on it with a click of a button, you get to try. And it was just a perfect post that it didn't seem salesy, but you left a little breadcrumb for them to munch on to think, okay, well, what is this Beachbody coaching thing about? I would love to know what all these workouts are about. And so people that see that are going to actually watch you and find out more about what's going on. So it was a perfect, what we call a breadcrumbing post. So breadcrumbing is when you sprinkle in coaching here and there of what it's impacted in your life. You could talk about how it's built confidence, or you have stronger family relationships. Maybe you went off your meds because you're drinking Shakeology, or you have new friendships and a new team, and you're growing personally. You have free fitness tools for life. I mean, you sprinkle out these posts to coaching. They say to do it 3 times a week, and I try to. And it's hard. It's one of those things where you have to get out of your comfort zone and just do it, because you get easier at it. It's the same thing when you go to make a video and you're scared to death to do the first video, and you do it 5-6 times, and eventually you've done so many videos you just don't even look anymore, and then you send it. So that's kind of like sorry, let me get a drink. It's kind of what coaching is about. Sprinkling it or breadcrumbing it is what they call it. But we, as a team, are going to do this, what we call the loyalty program. So basically, when people are talking about a challenge pack, you can say to them, you're going to love Shakeology. So why not go forward as a loyalty customer, get it at 25% off. That way you don't ever have to pay full price. So they're changing it to a loyalty system. So you're going to be a loyal customer, a loyal Shakeology drinker and fitness lover. So why not go forward and save the discount from the start and not have to worry about it? So we're going to touch base about that kind of in our event that we're doing, our 5 days. So this one, the second one is from Janelle Summers. And she, she talks about what she wants to have on her team. Anybody could fit the mold. It could be you. You could be inspiring people. You could be earning a living based on whatever effort you want to put in. You never push or try to convince. You just build and share your story. And so I love this post because she's kind of looking for certain people. She's saying that she was introvert and a homebody, but she loved training. But she's able to do this business because it's about her and inspiring people, and it's about the fitness journey. You don't have to have, a degree. You can do it on a busy schedule. We teach you everything you need to know from scratch. And so these are great bullet points. And she says, Facebook inbox me if you want more information. And so she had a call to action at the end as well. So these are two great coaching posts that are completely different, but are both work. So life by design, that means that you're living the life that you want to do. So, it could be freedom, it could be time, it could be, spending more time with your kids, it could be your relationship is better, that you're just not a Beachbody coach, that you have other things in your life that have impacted you. So like I often will post about my kids' sports or camping or, so that they just don't think all you do is Beachbody, that you have a life outside of Beachbody. But because of Beachbody, you're able to live your life to the fullest because of the opportunities that Beachbody has given you. So be sure to always be true to you. Don't forget to be the real person because that's what people are going to relate to. So, everybody has a different person that they are. I kind of am a busy mom. And so I do my business having moms relate to being on the go with kids in sports. Lisa's kind of like almost an empty nester where her kids are graduating from high school and they're going to college. Leanne works, at her family company, and she does Beachbody on the side, but she has a spiritual aspect of it. And so she uses faith in a lot of her posts. So using your target market of what you want to attract and what you are about helps you be relatable, and you can showcase that by sharing the things that you love to do as that person and as coaching. So always keep it positive. And if you're having days that aren't positive, make sure you put a positive swing on it so that they can see, okay, well, she totally overcame that crappy day. But I hope these helped. Just remember here they are. Sorry. I knew there was more to it. I couldn't think. Okay. So this is Raina Odell, and she's talking about how excited she is to hop on a private webinar with her team. And she's kind of she's talking about like somebody might have a hesitation about coaching, that, they have to be a salesperson or that, and she says it's far from the truth. She just shares her story and leads her life through and what her coaching has done for her. So these, email me and send me your link. And apparently there's this new Snapchat thing that my kids want me to get on. And has anybody done Snapchat yet?
Tried.
Yeah, I don't, my daughter does it. She makes all these funny faces, but I don't, somehow they're relating it to their business. But Raina Odell has talked. So now not only did she plant the sprinkle about that she's doing a webinar with her team, she's also talking about hesitation. So that was a great a great post that I liked. And it was a smile, and she was wearing a Team Beachbody shirt. Bonnie Engel, this is awesome. She talks about having company in town, which means most of the people have excuses that there's no time to work out or there's bad choices for dinner, and everybody just kind of lets it go to the wayside when they have family over. But this time she turned it around and made time for herself before her guests woke up, better options at dinner, that it can be done. So she took an obstacle and made it more positive in her postings. Both have smiles, both are kind of in workout gear. But that's just saying she can still host a dinner party with family in town and yet still be able to get a workout in. So these are great examples as well. So now I'm going to turn it over to have, if you guys have questions or comments.
That was great. Thank you.
Lisa did the slides, so she's an awesome job at that.
Good job, Lisa.
Does anybody have questions, concerns, hesitations?
Will you send the slide out, Lisa? Thank you.
Yeah, she will. We'll also, so you'll post the slides, Lisa, and then we also post the call too. Is that right?
Yeah.
How that works? Okay.
Are we going to have more information on the schedule, May schedule on the groups?
Well, the schedule's posted in the team page, and then I kind of broke comment in the comment section on the team page. I kind of broke down for Audrey was asking but I can also make a little post and pin it at the top too if you want. Yep.
I just want to know what I'm inviting to, so I know what I'm.
Yeah. So May 9th, you're inviting to the One Size Fits All, which is a 5-day group.
Mm-hmm.
And then May 11th, you can invite to the coaching. It's an actual.
Well, I have this
event page. So May 11th is an event page. So you're just going to go there and click going, and then you'll start clicking your event that you're inviting. And then. And would it help if I say in the team page, like if I say on May 5th, Thursday, that you need to be if you're interested in participating May 9th to the One Size Fits All, you need to start inviting today and let me know if you want to participate in that group. Would you guys want to call to action so you know what's going on?
I think that would be good, not just for us on the call, but for other people as well.
Okay.
But I guess what I'm asking is what the 5-day group entails. It's not a coaching group, right? It's a customer group, a potential customer group, right?
The One Size Fits All?
Yes.
It can be both. It can be both. Because we're going to be doing everything. We're going to be meal prepping. We're going to be talking about, it's actually a 5-day free group, but we're going to sprinkle in what we do as coaches. Like we're going to talk about, this is what we do. So it can be both. It can be your potential recruits that you've been thinking about, or it can actually be brand new customers, I feel, because, when they go to order the challenge pack, you can then say, would you want to be a loyalty, what was the word?
Customer.
Into the loyalty program.
Yeah, do you want to be a part of the loyalty program? Sorry.
Okay, so are we offering, so I guess what I want to know is what we're offering in the group. Are we offering any kind of a meal plan or exercise or anything like that?
Yep.
Yes.
Exercise, meal planning, fit tips.
Okay.
And then sprinkle.
So basically the name kind of, not to jump in on you, Christina, but the name says it all. So One Size Fits All, we're sharing everything and we're inviting whomever we feel fit or that wants to participate at the level of participating with a meal plan, participating with meal prepping and plan, that kind of stuff, participating with some exercising, and maybe making a post on their page or on their wall about, hey, I just had the best time ever participating in this free group with Coach Leanne, stuff like that.
Okay.
So it's a normal 5-day group. But what we're going to try to do is put a little spin on it, by having them actually do the activities. Like post, like she said, post on your page and tag me of what you liked about this group, or, you know, and so by the end of the 5 days, hopefully they'll kind of, we can say, totally just did what we do as a Beachbody coach. And then we can chat with them about, do they want to be in the loyalty program, or do they just want to get a challenge pack, or do they want to move forward? So it's
okay. I guess what I'm trying to get at is, because I'm so lineal, I just want to know what I'm offering them. What's their incentive to come to this group? Is it because I'm providing them meal planning, meal prepping? Are we doing daily exercise or just showing exercise? You see what I'm saying?
They're going to participate in the exercise. Yes, meal planning, tips, a menu. Yep.
Okay, that's what I need to know.
I have a question. Do you guys create an event page and then we invite to that? I noticed with the abs, guns, and I forgot what that was called. I know you guys had like a whole event page set up, and then you started, you know, inviting people from that. Is that how we're going to be kind of doing the team groups from now on?
So the reason that I do that is because I spent 9 months putting on my wall, I'm offering a free group. And I did that I did 2 of them a month. And so it got to the point that I did not want to be a free coach. And so instead of paying for an ad that came across everybody's newsfeed that I was offering a free group, like it was, that's all that they saw that Christina was doing. I transitioned into doing an event. So I do 1 event usually a month, and it's targeted towards advertising my free group. I'm inviting them, I'm talking about it, I'm showcasing it, and then I put them into a private 5-day group.
Okay.
So it depends on how you want to do it.
Okay. No, I was just a little confused. So thanks for explaining that.
So this one, the one size fits all, you could post on your wall that you're doing it, or you can just private message people. We're not doing an event for that one, because I'll already have an event going for my coaching opportunity, and then I'll probably have an event going to gear up advertising for that weights against cardio.
Okay.
That one is just a private group, and you can post on your wall, or you can private message people.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I found with event pages was it's a free way, and I recommend just doing at least 1 a month. It's a free way to get people, because whenever you post in it, it pops up. And then when somebody says they're going, it pops up again. And so it's a free way to advertise and showcase what you're going to offer without having to go to your like page and pay a boosted ad and spend money. It's a way to and you can invite 5 or 6 people, boom, boom, boom. And then if they go, it's like my checkered flag to go message them and say, hey, I saw that you liked my, event. And then I have a way to message them. So.
Okay. And then you put them in a separate Facebook private group.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So the only bad thing about that coaching event page is if we're all in it, how do we know who invited who?
It tells you who invited. When you
Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay. That's right.
Going and you click on it, it'll say Leanne, it'll break it down.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I love this calendar, by the way. Awesome.
Again, that was Lisa's wonderful abilities. I'm not computer savvy.
You say that, but
I'm not necessarily, I don't just mean the graphics, which are awesome. I mean, what's on it.
Wow.
What you've got laid out is awesome.
Perfect.
Cool. So that means that May is going to be blown out of the park, and then we're already setting ourselves up for June. I think that group is going to be a lot of fun. I really do.
Yeah.
Because I can't do cardio. So I'm going to blow it out with weights.
When you say showcase, like, what do you mean by showcase a program? Like, you'll have, and I know you said you didn't have all the specifics, which I totally get, but are you thinking like a person would like post a video and give a couple of moves for them to do?
Yeah, so what I did with hammer and chisel is, which is totally different, but I'll explain it. I did 1 week where I built up talking about hammer and chisel was coming, what you would expect. And then I did 1 week of showcasing me doing the moves for hammer and chisel.
Lisa's typing.
Yeah, how I felt about it. And then the third week, I was like, get into my challenge group. You want to be a part of it. So what I will do with this weights and cardio is I think we'll have maybe 2 people or 2 coaches showcasing hammer and chisel or body beast or whatever they pick, and people talking about max 30 or T25, and we can showcase the moves or what they would expect or what they would get, and then you show them doing, you pick some moves, and then in the 10-day they get to try the moves themselves so they can relate to it. We're going to talk about the meal plan that comes with it and transformations and results. So you're basically doing a live sneak peek in an event, but we're going to have to showcase weights and cardio.
Okay.
Did that make any sense?
Yeah, but it's not live though.
The event page is live, is public.
So that's the event. What you just described is the event page for the 10-day.
Yes.
At carbs, cardio versus, let's do that. Carbs versus.
So the page is live for 10 days. We're gonna do the moves and video. We're gonna talk about containers and meal plans,
Okay.
and have them do it and have them comment into the group. And then we talk about getting set up to go into our private accountability groups for the competition of earning the money, so that they have to get ordered. And then people that order move into the private group that kicks off June 1st.
Okay.
That'll be private.
And that's the actual cardio versus weights
Competition.
Got it.
June 1st, yeah. What was the chat? Lisa was chatting. Oh. You are multitasking. You have to mute everyone. Oh well. Okay. Anybody have any other questions? Okay, so we're going to end the call, and we'll post the replay in the team page, along with I'll kind of start doing like weekly things, like this is what's on the agenda next week. If you want to participate, comment here. And this is what the group is about, so that maybe you guys can be more in the swing of things. And thanks for getting on, and I appreciate your time, and have an awesome rest of the week.
Thank you.